As we wait for the Major League Baseball players and owners to once again sit down across from each other and try and figure all of this mess out, we will instead have to push pause on spring training starting, as it should have started today. Yes, the 16th of February is right around when pitchers and catchers usually report, and instead we cannot have the sights and sounds from spring training that we usually see from Florida and Arizona around this date. We will have to simply hope that they can get on the same page and at least make a pathway towards some type of arrangement and an agreement before March 1st. Until then, we have to continue on with basketball. Football is now over with now that the Rams have beaten the Bengals, and we turn to basketball. The Hawks are getting ready to have the All-Star break, and they are a couple of games under 500, and they are showing those frustrations that a 500 team can show you when they will play very well, as they did on Tuesday night against Cleveland, and they'll turn around and play very poorly, as they did last Friday night when they lost a very bad game to San Antonio. That's the kind of thing you kind of go through with a 500 team, or one that's at least trying to get to the 500 mark. If they can get there, maybe in fact in the second part of the season after the All-Star break, they can get on track and try to get one of the top 10 playoff spots. They're in there now, but they would, of course, like to get in the top 6, which would allow them to avoid that first round. So we'll see if they're able to do that. They have John Collins out right now. That's a problem. They just seem to not be able to get everybody on the same page, healthy or free of COVID at the same time. When this team has had that happen a few times over the last couple of weeks, they've been very, very good, like they were that night a couple of weeks ago against Phoenix, the team with the best record in the NBA. But for the most part, they've had either COVID or injury issues that have derailed this team in this season so far this year. As far as college basketball is concerned, Georgia and Georgia Tech are just a mess. They are both near the bottom of their conferences. Georgia last place in the SEC and Georgia Tech last place in the ACC. It's just been a really rough year. And once again, the two major universities in this state are struggling to get even close to 500. They're not going to get close to 500. They're just having a bad year. And once again, we ask the question for another time in the month of February, why can't college basketball in the state of Georgia be better? We know how Mercer has been over the years. That's not bad, but Georgia and Georgia Tech, there is no excuse for those two programs to be as bad as they are. Georgia Tech had a very good year last year. Now look at them. They're falling back and at the bottom of the ACC. So it's just incredible of how the state of Georgia cannot have better college basketball. We've had it at times, obviously. Georgia Tech's almost known as a basketball school, but not this year. So until baseball gets back and spring football starts in a couple weeks in the beginning of March for college football, we have to settle for basketball. And unfortunately, in this state, until the Hawks get on track, that's not necessarily a very good thing.